What is up, guys? Welcome to the Anything Goes Renegade podcast. I'm your host, Demetrius Smith. And as you guys can tell, I haven't been really posting lately like I wanted to. Well, I had some personal issues that I needed to work out for myself, dealing with all these misinformation. That's what I'm going to call them. Misinformation, political issues that's been going on, and also, it's hard to escape from it. So I took a break and just watched a bunch of YouTube and everything else. So right now I am back in a normal space in my mind, and like I have told you guys, this will not only be a spiritual podcast, this will also as well be an entertainment podcast. Meaning, I will talk about spiritual topics, but as well paranormal topics, as well, like creepypasta topics, things to deal with YouTube. The first thing that we are going to talk about today is for some reason it's still going on about Leafy being banned from YouTube, permanently suspended, as they want to call it. I do want to give my thoughts about that, and as well as I also want to give my thoughts about why I do not consider 2020 to be the Great Awakening as well. So we are going to get into those two topics in just a bit. But if you are listening to this right now on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date. And as well, if you are listening to this on Spotify and Apple, guys, come on, help a brother out. I know my podcast can be cringy, but hey, this is what I love to do, and I hope you guys love what I do, and I hope I am providing something different, bringing something different to the table, because I'm different, and I don't like to be the same as everybody else, okay? So I want you guys to sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. 2020 don't disappoint, doesn't it? In a stunning, amazing event, well, I won't call it amazing. I'll call it one of the most horrific violations to one's freedom of speech by YouTube, and YouTube seemed not to care or not to even realize it, but they have banned Leafy from YouTube. And their reasoning was for violating community guidelines. And they would not give any specifications on which video violated those community guidelines. So, YouTube gave Leafy 3 strikes in one go just to get his channel banned. Even though Leafy can create a different channel under a different name, I highly doubt he'll do that. But he should, because I've seen a lot of people do that and still end up, getting their channel verified and making money monetized, like that. But a lot of some YouTube commentators have come out against the whole ban against Leafy because they see that Leafy hasn't done anything wrong. All thing he did was give out his personal opinions about Pokemon. Even in his recent videos, he hardly talks about Pokemon, but he talks more about finances. So there's that. So which begs the question, why did YouTube ban Leafy? And, everybody's looking and wondering why. Was it Pokemon? Was it H3H3? Was it Pokemon sub 3 tiers? No. Here's my theory on why Leafy actually got banned, because of guys like Keemstar. Now, Keemstar did not directly get Leafy banned, but his past actions did open the door for YouTube to get Leafy banned. And not only just Keemstar, but other commentators who joined in. Do you guys remember the likes of when cancel J Station happened? Hashtag stop J Station. I know what you guys saying. Oh man, this guy's a J Station fan. But no, think about it. Think about it. Think about it. When this happened, and Keemstar wasn't thinking about the consequences of trying to get another YouTube creator canceled because you personally don't like them. You personally can't stand them. You know, and you say that their content is clickbait. Their content is fake, which begs the question, does Keemstar have a fucking brain in his head, not realizing that the shit that's on J Station's channel is called skits? It's all over YouTube. It's called skits. Who never heard of that? Who never... But anyway. Them not realizing trying to get J Station banned from YouTube, and other content creators like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Graphnix, or anybody else who they deemed their content is unworthy for YouTube. When you guys trying to ban other channels because you don't like their content, you actually open the door for YouTube to go ahead and do some shit like that. Basically, nobody's taking responsibility for opening this door, which bears the question. Nobody has learned a damn thing. You guys are the reason why YouTube has to enforce so many fucking rules, because you guys are all about opinions and criticism, freedom of speech in there. But when you see another YouTube content creator trying to use his First Amendment right to freedom of expression, you have a fucking problem with it because you personally don't fucking like them. That is what I call being fucking hypocritical. The reason why Leafy got banned is because of guys like Keemstar who always trying to get other YouTubers fucking banned from YouTube because he does not personally like them. But nobody is willing to admit that fact, not even Keemstar himself, because he doesn't see what he did was wrong. Sorry to say, but that is the truth. That is the utmost truth. Now, I normally say that my opinions are just personal truth. It doesn't represent the all truth. But on this one, I'm at to say, I believe what I just said is fact. When you go around galloping, trying to get a certain channel banned or canceled, and you continuing to flag that channel, and you're going to end up bringing a lot of fucked up attention from the outside towards that channel. So once you do something like that to the extent, then YouTube has to come up with new damn rules to cover their ass and to stop the sponsors and the advertisers from leaving them. You got to fucking think before you react. You got to fucking think about the consequences. How will this affect everybody on YouTube if I pull some shit like this? Trying to get somebody canceled because I don't like them. So here's my thought on the whole leafy ban. My thought is we are the ones who opened the door for YouTube to ban leafy, but we are not willing to take responsibility. Leafy should not be banned from YouTube. YouTube is wrong in this case. If YouTube continues to act in this way and they ban the wrong channel again, their ass will be taken to court and they will lose a lot of money this time around. They will lose a lot of advertisers this time around. So their best bet is stop doing shit like this, or Storyfire will kick their ass in the coming years to come. Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? Are you passionate about a favorite subject matter or a message that you want everyone to listen to, but you don't have any of the equipment or have no idea where to begin? Well, look no further than Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Do not worry about any extra equipment, guys, because Anchor's creation tools allows you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. To get started, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. That's ANCHOR.FM. Again, to get started, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. That is ANCHOR.FM. All right. So everybody assuming that this is a great awakening that's happening. Well, I have a few names for it. This is not people waking up to this or to that. This is not people waking up to their own spirit or own soul, because that nothing can be further from the truth. People aren't waking up from within. They're waking up from the outside first and trying to look within, which that is not how it works. That is not how it works. How in the hell are you on the outside trying to look within? You got to be within first. Then you can look on the out. Because once you're woken up from within, then you can look without. But this is not the Great Awakening. What I consider this to be is the Great Reflection. That's what the quarantine was supposed to be. The whole quarantine lockdown was supposed to be for people to reflect on the things that they couldn't do in life because they were too busy or they were too distracted, or reflect on what they wanted to do, this and that. But somewhere down the line, people got tired of reflecting and want to go back to normal. They want to go back to being fucking zombies. This is why I see it. People had a choice, and they chose to be zombies. Because you see it all on Facebook. People are falling in line with this whole motherfucking lying ass hypocritical QAnon group. Yeah, the reason I call these motherfuckers hypocritical, because they don't know a damn thing. They are a bunch of fucking liars. They know how to manipulate people. Matter of fact, they ain't nothing but fucking leftover rejects from the Tea Party. This group pretends to be spiritual. There is nothing spiritual about them. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about